is actually my service here as re-licensing as a community priest at Fort Hedge. So I'm really grateful to Bishop Toby, given the circumstances, to still be able to do it today, because this is my first day in the new role.
So this feels very, very special. I'm just so grateful that you're all here to support Mary. We love Mary, right across the diocese, and we're just so proud of her. And it was a slightly vulnerable and fragile thing that you did, Mary, in going half-time, because according to Church of England law, she had to resign from her job with only the bishop's word that we'd reappoint her. But in order then to be able to re-license her just to Thorpe Hedge, although it's within the benefice, of course, of Thorpe Hedge and Greengates. So it seems a fairly kind of a slightly weird process, but it does have to be done legally. And for that reason, even though of course we all know Mary here and love her, and this is all part of her ongoing ministry, legally she now is licensed to this new role. And we had to do it today because otherwise she didn't get paid. So we thought, might as well do it today. 1st of August, it's also Yorkshire Day, which is pretty good. So I was going to wear a flat cap, but I thought I'd wear a pointy one instead. And it's also a day when we celebrate, of course, Yorkshire Day is partly a celebration of the emancipation of slaves back in 1834. And that was partly Yorkshire's fault, or, takes the credit because of William Wilberforce, who was a great Yorkshire MP. So, and that's why I've chosen the reading, which Dawn will read from Isaiah, about liberating the captives. So it's a great day to celebrate the church's ministry, to celebrate your particular ministry here, and to thank God for you, and to thank God for this church and the faithfulness of this church. And I've just been hearing a little bit about the ministry of this church. A number of churches across the country have sort of gone into lockdown and not a lot has been seen or heard of them. Not here. And you just kept going and serving your community. And it's just such a joy. And I have to say, it's not been easy, and it has been a real cost. And I just want to pay tribute to that. Also, personally, for you, I mean, at some point, I was really worried about you. I was ringing her, and she was without his feet. I mean, you know better than me, and it went on for a long time, didn't it? And just to see you up and hale and hearty is really, really thrilling. So I just want to say thank you, and just appreciate what God is doing here, has done here, and what you all have put into it. And I would like to ask you all who are here for two things. One of them is your witnesses. I don't know if any of you have BMWs here, but when you look on the steering wheel of BMW, it says BMW, which stands for Be My Witness. Be My, probably that's something in German, I think. But anyway, you can think of it as Be My Witness. And we can't have, if we had told everybody what was going to happen today, this church would have been full, and we would have had a problem, wouldn't we? So you are witnesses, and you have to go and tell everybody else, this is what happened, we were here, Mary is legally cooked, she's got a bit of paper, she is legal, and her ministry is something that we can all affirm. Isn't that right? So, because you are here, in a sense you are here on behalf of the whole parish and the whole congregation. The second thing is, if you just look down on your service sheet, we've got, there's a bit after the reading that Dawn will do, which is the declaration of assent and the oaths and the licensing. And then after that is the prayers. And I wonder if you could just think of one thing you would like to thank God for Mary, or one thing that pray for her. And in your mind, turn that into a prayer. So that at that time, each of us, if possible, you don't need to, but it would be lovely if each of us could just shout out a prayer to God for Mary. So that, in a sense, you are being witnesses, but you're also praying for her on behalf of the whole congregation and the parish. Is that okay? So that will be just a little time of open prayer. They don't need to be sophisticated, complicated, hour-long prayers. Just a sentence, just a little clause, a little something to say that expresses our love for Mary and our prayers for her in this, in a sense, new phase of your ministry. Is that all right? Great. So let's take a moment of quiet.